So it says figure 3 shows a sketch of part of the curve of equation y equals f of x. The curve crosses the y-axis at the point 0, 0, 8. The line with equation y equals 10 is the only asymptote to the curve. The curve has a single turning point, a minimum point at 2, 5, as shown in figure 3. Part A says state the coordinates of the minimum point of the curve with equation y equals f of a quarter x for 1 mark. So this is graph transformations. What you need to do is just remember all of your graph transformations. Let me get that diagram going because this is what you're going to need. Copy that right there. What I'm going to need is that. So how well do we know our graph transformation? I'm going to paste this here and I want you guys to tell me on a scale of 0 to 10 how well you know it. 0 being I don't know any of this at all, 10 being I know all of these very, very well and I've memorized all of them. How well do you guys know all of these rules, guys? Yeah. See, a 4, it's too low. It's too low. You have to make it a 10. You guys have to memorize all of these, okay? Because you're not going to get them in the exam. It's not in the formula book. You need to memorize them. So it's all it is just a question of which graph transformation is it, okay? So part A, it's f of a quarter x, right? That value, that constant quarter is inside the function. It's going to be this one, right? All you got to remember is it's going to be a horizontal compression or stretch depending on what x, what depending on what the constant is. What happens? The main thing is that you just divide that x coordinate by that number. So, for example, for part A, if the original turning point for f of x was equal to 2, 5, then f of a quarter x, right? Based on that graph transformation, you would just divide by that number, right? So it's going to be 2 over a quarter 5. The x coordinate changes. That's just times them by 4. The answer is going to be 8, 5. Does that make sense? When it's inside, you do the opposite. So because it's a quarter, the opposite of a quarter is times them by 4. So you just times it by 4. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah? Good stuff. Part B, it says state the equation of the asymptote of the curve of equation y equals f of x minus 3. So this is the graph here. Again, it's just a matter of asking yourself what transformation are they asking you for? They asking you for, let's write part B here. Part B is f of x minus 3. Which graph transformation is that? It's quite clearly the second one, right? What happens to your graph? It's just a vertical translation down by d unit. So everything drops by d, right? In this case, it's going to be dropping by 3. And that includes any asymptotes as well. So if it's at y equals 10, right? Then the new asymptote would be at y equals 7, right? It would drop by 3, right? And then obviously that would mean that the curve would drop by 3 as well. So look, something like that, basically. It's obviously it's a sketch, but you guys get the idea. This is really bad, but yeah, you get the idea. It's gonna just literally be like that. Everything will drop. This will now be at 2, 2. Obviously, it's a bad sketch, but you get the idea. This is gonna be at 0, 5. Does that make sense? Everything just drops by 3 units vertically. Yeah? So therefore, the answer for part B is just state the equation. So the answer is just y equals 7. So I'll box that. Perfect. Part C, sorry. It says the curve of equation y equals f of x meets the line of equation y equals k, where k is a constant at two distinct points. State the set of possible values for k for 2 marks. So again, it's just visualizing it, right? So this is our dot graph here. And apparently there's a equation, there's a line y equals k. Y equals k is a horizontal line, right? So let's just write y equals k. This is a horizontal line. So let me just draw a horizontal line for now, right? Call this y equals k. Now let's go back to the question. They said that this line meets the curve at two distinct points, right? And because of that, we need to state the possible values of k. So how many points is it cutting at now, guys? Just where I've drawn the graph, how many points is y equals k cutting the curve? Doesn't cut it at all, right? What if I do this? What if I just grab that? Hold on. Let me just grab this. Grab the line and I do this. How about now? How many times is it cutting the graph now? Well, it's just cutting it once at the turning point, isn't it? Right? It's a tangent at the moment, right? So we know that it can't be that, but the moment I shift it up even a slight bit like that, right? Slight bit, it's going to cut it twice. Can you see? It's cutting it once there. If I go up, it's going to cut it twice. So I know that anything above that turning point is going to cut it twice. So what I'm going to say is that, well, this one right here is going to be right here. This is going to be y equals 5. And I know that it has to be above that. So I'm going to say K is going to be bounded, right? The lower bound is going to be at 5. Where is the upper bound, right? It's cutting it twice. It's going to cut it twice. It's going to keep cutting it twice. When is it going to cut it once, right? Well, this is the asymptote. Whoops, what's happened there? This is the asymptote at 10, right? When it gets above 10, it's going to cut it once, right? It's going to be when you're below the asymptote, you're going to cut it twice. So it's actually going to range between 5 and 10. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. So let's just put another one there like that. Like that. Anything between these two, y equals 10 and y equals 5, that line is going to cut twice. Do you guys agree? Between this range here. So the answer is just going to be between 5 and 10. Yeah? Good stuff. Fantastic. Right? So that's done. Part D, it says sketch the curve of equation y equals minus f of x. On your sketch, show clearly the chords of the turning point, chords of the intersection with the y-axis, and the equation asymptote. So that is fine. So let's get this diagram because it'd be good to use it, right, as a reference point. So for part D, we need to sketch it. So what will that look like? Well, y equals minus f of x, right? Minus f of x, that's just a reflection over the x-axis, right? Every y coordinate gets multiplied by -1, as you can see right there. So all we're going to do is just reflect it. So what I'm going to do, let me actually extend this line. I think it'd be good if I do that. And then literally just draw underneath like that. So let's just complete this axis here. So every y core is going to get multiplied by -1, right? So what that, I mean, if I reflect that there, then that asymptote is going to be at -10, isn't it? So let's just do it like that. That's going to be at y equals -10. And then, well, what would the curve look like? It's gonna go up now, isn't it? It's gonna literally be like this. The new intercept is going to be at 0, -8. Remember, every y coordinate gets multiplied by -1. The x coordinate stays exactly the same. It's going to now have a maximum point, not a minimum. It's going to go down like that. And this point is going to be 2 minus 5. And they asked us for, what did they ask us for? So for part C, where is it? Asked us for the chords of turning point, which you've done, chords of intersection with the y-axis, which you've done, and the equation asymptote, which you've done. So we get our 3 marks. Anybody get that correct?